Alright, good morning. I have my shoulder armor on, but like it feels kind of funky today. They don't like you wearing armor, whatever, but it is what it is. Okay, so today, let me fix this. Last night, actually, as I walk every single day. I walk a few miles every single day. Um, I walked probably a good 4 miles last night. Well, no, I walked more than 4 miles last night. I think I walked like 6 miles last night. The problem is that I was followed for like 3 to 4 of those miles via a helicopter. So it's called aerial stalking by the sheriff. Okay. I have the entire situation recorded from when I was in the bathroom brushing my teeth before I left the house, and the helicopter kept flying over the house. And it followed me down the road, down Willowwood, turned on Bramblewood, it was following me, turned on Vernon and Balboa, and it was following me, turned on a Popkin Violent, and it was following me. And I got on Colonial, and that's when it stopped following me. I guess because they had set up the plan for what comes the hours later. Not even hours later, probably 20 minutes after I got back home. Um, they the helicopter started flying over the house again, flying over the house again, flying over the house again. And normally I just ignore it, but it just kept flying. So I was like, okay, well, since you followed me while I was working out and you decided, okay, it's 2, 3 o'clock, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and you wanna, finish following me while I'm at the house. So I went back out and I recorded. And then to my surprise, like you see sheriff officers, the lights, one pulled up and then I started recording and then it drove off. And then another one pulls up and I started recording. And then I went and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna sit there and go talk to this person. And like you can tell she was getting some information like, oh, he's coming to you, oh, he's coming to you. Cause like she started, like getting nervous or like she wanted to hop back in the truck, but it was gonna like look weird. You know what I mean? Like, when you see somebody coming and you don't want to like talk to them, so it's like you try to, figure out what you're gonna do. But I guess somebody was like, just go ahead and, talk to him or whatever. So behind her car, she's at the end of the street, like right here. This we got a cul-de-sac, so it's a cul-de-sac here, and it's a street there with a stop sign. She's at the end of the street with the stop sign, and then you have another car that's further down, past another street. Oh God, it's Columbine. So they were down there by Columbine Street, and then you got the another street up here. I don't want to say it's Ironwood, but there's like a whole bunch of officers up there. And this is the second time that they were at these houses that's on the corner. But these are also the houses where they tried to sex traffic me. Like every time I walk past, they would have like a bunch of guys standing outside, and they would just be like I would walk past and like they would just look at me like what the fuck are you, like, this is the business, this is the illegal business. Like they got the drugs and all like the prostitutes working with the sheriff. So anytime they need to do street theater, all they gotta do is just harass and bother one of their dummies or one of their complicit targeted individuals, pretend like they're gonna arrest somebody and not actually arrest anyone. I asked the lady again, because what brought me out the house is the fact that the helicopter was flying over the house. So as I'm at the house, I'm recording the helicopter flying directly over, and then I'm walking down the street. I'm walking down Inkwood, and it's still circulating around me. So then I get to the end of the street where the stop sign is, and I'm speaking with the sheriff officer, and now it's circulating us. And as I get closer, I leave her, and then she pulls off. I walk back to the house just to prove that it's circling around me, and then I record it following me back down to where the sheriff's officer was. Like I said, I think by Ironwood, and I record it following me. So if you've already apprehended your person down here, there's no reason that you should have been looking for me or over, like circling over this house, because there's no criminals over here. Well, I'm not a criminal. I'm not. I'm probably the only one in the family that's not a criminal or working with criminals. Um, I'm reporting on what they're doing to me and millions of other people. But yeah, so it was just last night. It was just a lot of covert harassment, and I recorded all of it. For it, it's like I sent the sheriff cease and desist letters on the 18th, October 18th. So it's been almost 2 weeks since I sent those letters, and I have the city council meeting on the 10th. And I'm going to go in based on the letter that I've written. I'm going to go in and I'm going to tell everything. And all of that just stays in history, as well as I'm in the middle of, I've already published my books, but I need the ISBN numbers. So I'm in the middle of finishing and publishing the rest of my books. So it's like, this is just going to be like, to me, it's going to be historical. People are going to have somewhere to reference this entire situation. As far as the nanotechnology implant, I document every day, whether they yell at me and torture me for it or not. So I'm just going to keep my daily documentation up also. So it's the last bowel movement I had, and this is just for daily documentation, was yesterday at 10 p.m. And I just had a 10 a.m. and I just had another one. So the biggest bowel movement probably came out on Tuesday. They said every 3 days. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Today is Thursday. This morning at 10 a.m. they did a 24-hour wait, and then they released a big bowel movement, and I took a picture of it. So it's like programmed in time release. They are controlling my weight loss. They are controlling my blood flow. They are controlling how often I use the bathroom, how regular my bowel movements are. They are controlling everything via nanotechnology, and they are doing it remotely from a distance. So that is and again, like I said, I spoke about this in another video. The bowel movement is every 3 days, but like they release like smaller bowel movements in between. But the big ones that are supposed to come out daily, especially if I'm eating sweet potatoes, chickpeas, they come out every 3 days, and then like the smaller ones, they drop every few hours or 24 hours, and that's just what they do. And right now, this side of my body doesn't hurt, but they want me to stop talking, so they're squeezing and contracting a muscle. But it is what it is. It's hard to prove this system because you can't see. You can only go based off what the target is saying. And I'm saying that I'm being remotely harassed by technology that shouldn't exist, but it does exist, and there are U.S. patents for it.